Now, I mentioned that, David, not because that's how I work, but again, these things are not extraordinary. When you travel with, for example, the Juntois, they climb the threads of to God's village to try to rescue the sick person. Now, when I got back from that in 1968, they said, "What threads? Did you measure them? Seriously?
Yeah.
Did you measure the threads? Boiling energy when the body heats up. Did you have this is serious. The first questions did you have a thermometer? You don't measure psychic heat.
Yeah.
And feel it.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, David, I don't lead with those conversations because it suggests to people something, wow, when really it's actually right in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
I told my little grandson, I said, I want you to look carefully at this tree. What do you see? It was just a bud. And then I took him another part of the tree. What do you see? A little green coming out. I took him another part of the tree. What is he? A leaf. I said, my son, this is how life goes. It's out of the world, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's right in the world.
Now, you were trained as a clinical psychologist, so presumably the idea of becoming a therapist.
That's right.
I'm trying to remember, in the book you kind of discussed that. I think the impression I left with was that you did not become a professional psychotherapist.
Yeah. Now, actually my training, and I'll bet you had the same thing at Michigan, I was trained to do research to show that psychotherapy doesn't work. You understand? That was what my training was in clinical psychology. But I've never set up a practice. Hey, David, I've always worked either in an institution or doing counseling as part of my teaching job. I have a lot of respect for people that do clinical work full time. I don't think I could do it because it's hard for me to earn my living that way. But I totally respect people who can do it and who do it in a good way. But I'll just tell you, we all know that sometimes the pressures can be adding clients because we need to make more money. That's kind of hard. That's when it gets difficult.
Yeah.
But personally, I've never worked in private practice, but I have a lot of respect for many of the people that do that, who really work hard to serve.
Well, I'm guessing that all the experience that you've had with the indigenous people and being privy to their ceremonies and their ways of thinking and healing, that somehow you're bringing that into your teaching and your counseling as part of
all the time.
Yeah, as part of your role.
And I like that
part
word.
of who you are.
Yeah, that word privy, I like that. Privilege too.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be sure that anybody that picks up that book knows that the teachings that were passed on to me, and these elders said, please do this work, write this book, that those teachings come from grounds of suffering, David? The people who have those teachings are not well off economically, politically, a lot of difficulties. So those are teachings that were earned through suffering.
Yeah.
And they're passed on in the book. Not to say you have to suffer to read that, but hopefully when people read the book, they get the idea that all those teachings are meant to help us serve better, to serve others. That's the big teaching.
Yeah.
Serve others, yeah.